Moses Obo Owori. I work for Dev Transform, that's development transformations. I work here as the project lead for the Gates Data Systems project. That is what we call the strengthening subnational data ecosystems in Uganda. For the districts where we are working in, the people at this level have challenges collecting data using standardized methodologies. See, people use different templates, different formats, different tools for collecting data, despite the existence of what we call the standard national statistical indicators. Under data collection, we are trying to work together, training them, building their capacity to align the tools and the systems to the national statistical indicators, so that the data that they collect is more structured and can be more interoperable across indicators. Okay. Then when it comes to data processing, sharing, use, there's a whole lot of challenges. In some cases, you could find data is collected in paper format, filed and stored, and each time someone wants to access it or to analyze it, in the worst case scenarios, they would get the data, get a pen and paper and start tallying, and then after tallying, then punching in numbers into a Word document and creating a table from there. We have different departments in each of these districts. Let's say education, production, that's agriculture, health, engineering, and so on and so forth. So these departments were all doing their own data collection, their own data processing, their own data storage. So the issue of sharing data within the districts was quite a problem, especially for the planning unit headed by the district planner, who basically has to collect information from different departments, analyze them, and be able to make decisions based on those to inform planning processes in the district. Then, of course, there's also issue of data security. Once data is collected and kept in papers or in separate individual computers or folders or hard drives, it's easy for it to get either lost through a fire or a loss of equipment or a computer. When we were starting, we had an interesting inception phase where we decided not to just go straight into doing things that we knew how to do, but wanted to be informed by insights from the districts themselves. So we did what we call a data landscape research, basically going into the districts, understanding the current state of affairs of data, its governance, its politics around data, how it's collected, how it's used, how it's analyzed, shared. We then decided to engage the district themselves in trying to understand how best we could work with them to develop solutions, develop tools that could be best put into use for addressing those challenges in a more realistic and actionable manner. So that's what led us to working with the two particular districts, that is Kayunga districts in central Uganda and Masindi districts in southwestern Uganda. So once we had selected the districts, then we had to engage other stakeholders beyond the districts at a national level to help in understanding what we are developing as solutions for the problems I listed. And this is where we brought in, for example, the National Bureau of Statistics, that's the UBOS, as the National Statistics Office, to guide with the understanding the problem, but also developing solutions to those problems. We worked with people from as low as the parish level. A parish, I think, is the second admin unit. After the village, we have a parish, then a sub-county, then a district. So we collected people who are part of the government system, right on the parish level, the sub-county, the district, then from also the government agencies like UBOS. The district guys were excited in seeing them being able to use existing tools and technologies that were at their disposal. For example, smartphones. They were asking us, how can we use smartphones to address some of the challenges that you are facing? These phones are already in their hands. They have access to data, they have internet, so it was easy to start from there. Others were saying that we have different departments with separate data systems, that some are existing, some have been tried and failed. So they were suggesting a centralized system of managing data, sharing data within the districts. So this whole design sprint then gave birth to the next phase of the project. That was now what we call the design, systems design and development. We had the software developers, we had the data scientists and statisticians, and we had a team of engagement experts and research and analysis experts. So together this team sat down and produced the first prototype of the system. And I talk about systems here, we have what we call a cloud data and information sharing and management system that we call Nextcloud. And also we have a dashboard that picks data from the Nextcloud database and then does some basic analysis behind in the back end, and then presents this data in a connected manner with basic analytics that presents trends, presents charts, tables, maps that can easily be interpreted by even a layperson that does not know details of data science or statistics. Once we had the very first iteration of the systems, especially the Nextcloud system, it raised a lot of excitement. And this, of course, gave the participants a good grasp onto how to manage data, how to collect data, how to analyze data. The districts gave heads of departments a chance to participate in the trainings, a chance to interface with these systems, especially Nextcloud. So what we did after developing the Nextcloud system was to start registering users into Nextcloud system. And these users ranged from the head of departments, their subordinates, as well as other technical staff that were involved in data collection, data analysis, data management. And also there were accounts that were created for sub-counties for different departments. They could now store official data and even their other information into the system. Now, once this data is stored into the system, there are what we call security features in the system that make sure that someone does not access data from another department or another person without the right security or clearances. So the district planner, who is the head of the planning in the district, has access to all the data that's entered into the system. So now, with the Nextcloud system in place, and with different accounts open, and with different departments now putting their data into the cloud, it's now become very easy for the district planner to easily collect data, to share the same data with the different people within the district. Nextcloud solved, I think, 4 problems. One was the issue of secure storage of data. 2 was making data more accessible. 3 was the issue of sharing data. And 4 was the issue of managing safety for the data. So with one system, we kind of addressed several problems within there. Then with the trainings, we also did several trainings. So as we talk right now, all staff that were able to go through the trainings are now better positioned to analyze data, do better reports, and therefore write reports and share insights into their data with the, let's say, decision maker at the districts, whether the district administration officer or the other political leaders. They can now go into, for example, their debates in the council meetings, informed by data on what's happening in the district. So right now, I think the district is able to have better allocation of resources based on analysis of trends and of data.